Latest Est. Israel-Iran conflict coverage. Overview of the conflict. In recent days, the United States and Israel have launched coordinated military strikes against Iran, significantly escalating tensions in the Middle East. The campaign, part of what U.S. and Israeli officials call efforts to counter perceived threats from Iran's missile programs and nuclear ambitions, has triggered widespread violence and retaliation across the region. What sparked the attacks? Israel initiated a preemptive strike against Iran, targeting strategic sites across the country, as tensions over Iran's missile and nuclear programs reached a peak. The U.S. joined these operations with airstrikes aimed at degrading Iran's military infrastructure and capabilities. Reports indicate hundreds of targets have been hit, including missile facilities and command centers. Regional impact and retaliation. Iran has responded with missile and drone strikes against Israel and U.S. forces stationed in neighboring Gulf states, marking one of the largest direct escalations between these states in years. Conflict has spilled over into multiple countries across the Middle East, including attacks affecting oil infrastructure and military assets in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, and beyond. Iran's allies and proxies, such as Hezbollah and Lebanon, have also engaged militarily with Israel, adding complexity to the situation. Casualties and human cost. Exact figures vary, but the conflict has resulted in significant loss of life and injuries on all sides, including Iranian civilians, Israeli military personnel, and U.S. service members. Infrastructure damage, including oil facilities and transportation routes, has had far-reaching consequences on regional economies and global markets. Official justifications and international reaction. U.S. leaders have described the strikes as necessary to prevent Iran from posing an imminent threat and to dismantle key offensive capabilities. Israel asserts that its actions are defensive and aimed at neutralizing dangers from Tehran. The United Nations and many global governments have expressed deep concern, with calls for de-escalation and respect for international law. Wider implications. The conflict has disrupted travel through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital shipping route for global energy trade, affecting oil prices and international supply chains. Diplomatic relations among Gulf states, Western powers, and global institutions are under strain as countries grapple with whether to back military action, seek dialogue, or pursue neutrality. Analysts warn the situation remains volatile and could escalate further, with potential consequences beyond the Middle East. In summary, the joint military campaign by the United States and Israel against Iran represents a major escalation in long-standing tensions. It combines targeted strikes on military and strategic assets with intense regional retaliation, drawing in multiple state and non-state actors. While both Washington and Jerusalem justify their actions on security grounds, global leaders and international institutions are urging restraint, diplomacy, and efforts to prevent a wider war.